All right, the 30-hour fishing tournament has officially begun. I'm on my way to pick up Nathan from Wild About Utah. That's his YouTube channel. We're fishing partners. The goal for this fishing tournament is to catch as many species as possible. So there's 4 teams in this tournament. We've got Matt Huntington with his fishing channel, Right Angle Fishing. He's got a partner that he's fishing with. We've got Backyard Boy TV. He's partnered up with Braxton Bolton. And we've got Shandon Bradford Outdoors, and he's also partnered up with somebody. We have up to 30 hours that we can fish. The purpose of the competition is to see how many species we can catch, but you can also like cancel each other's points out. So for example, if I caught a largemouth bass and then someone else caught a bigger largemouth bass, then they would cancel the point for my species. Nathan and I kind of decided what our strategy would be. We're gonna try not to worry too much about big fish. So we're just gonna try to catch as many species as possible. And if we win with that strategy, then great. If not, then we got a cool video where we caught a lot of different species of fish. So we'll keep you updated on how we do. Hopefully we have a lot of fish to show you, a lot of cool places to show you. All right, I got something good, finally.
Either way.
It's not massive, but it's something better than a little sunfish. All right, he is 16 and a half. Pretty easy. Oh, nice. Nathan just got a carp. It might be a hair bigger or smaller. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's about the same size.
He might, what is he?
17.
17, nice.
So,
it's a little bigger. Right off the bat, another sunfish. Just got another sunfish that looks like it's gonna be really close to 5 inches. So I'm gonna see if we can get a good measurement on it, submit it. That might be a little wiper or a little smallmouth. Sweet. Get him in the net. Oh, yes.
I think it's 9 inches.
Yeah, I think this, we could say this is 9 inches. It's super close, but it looks like it's over the line there. Nice little 9-inch smallmouth bass. All right, we're staying at this spot a little longer than we want to, but we've had a few follows from some bigger smallmouth bass. We think we had a wiper on, so we don't want to leave because this is one of the only places we have to catch those species. So I don't know, we're trying to decide how long we're going to stay, but hopefully we can get some of the fish we're looking for in the next few minutes and then get out of here. Okay, we got something big under a bobber, bigger. I don't know what it is, but it feels like it could be a wiper. Oh, I think it's a wiper. I saw stripes. Oh, come on, be a wiper. We've been trying to get a wiper all evening. Came all the way down here. This is one of the main things we wanted to catch. This and smallmouth and suckers. We've got a smallmouth, no suckers, and we thought we weren't gonna get a wiper. It was getting pretty dark, but finally got one. I think I'm staying now.
Not bad.
Yeah. Okay. You good?
Yep. That's our 4th species that we've got.
Yeah, 4 species. I was going into the rocks. Get out of there. Here we go. Okay, we're at our second spot. Our first spot, I would say, went pretty good. We got 4 different species. We didn't get as big of a smallmouth bass as we would have hoped, but we got one, so that's good. We got a pretty decent wiper and then some decent carp as well. We're really hoping in this next spot to get some bigger carp and some big bullhead catfish. So we'll keep you updated on how it goes. You get wet, looks like. Feel like a couple of crazies in the middle of a creek at night fishing. It's fun stuff though. It's day 2. It's still dark. I'm meeting up with Nathan in a parking lot. I got about 3.5 hours of sleep. We did okay yesterday. We did pretty good, but not as great as we wanted to. So we're trying to get an extra early start this morning and hopefully get a few more species under our belt before the sun comes up. We'll probably give you a few updates while it's still dark, but there's not going to be a ton of video in the dark. Hopefully we catch a couple big fish, or at least some good medium-sized ones. And when the sun comes up, there'll be a lot more video, a lot more updates. All right, we're just making a quick stop at this little creek in a city for some creek chub. Hopefully we'll get one or two really fast. We're not gonna spend a lot of time here at all. We're getting little bites from these chub. Probably leave after getting one if it's a decent size at all. This is what we were hoping for, just a really quick stop. Hopefully it's over 6 inches at least, or at least 6 inches, or at least 5, I guess. We got the chub we're looking for. We didn't want to spend more than like 5 or 10 minutes there, so we're gonna go on to the next spot. So we're already catching a ton of little white bass. I mean, I shouldn't say a ton. We've cast twice and we've caught 2, right?
Yeah.
Nathan's cast twice and he's caught 2. The challenge will be trying to get a big one because Matt has got to go get himself a 12 and something incher, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be the challenge, is trying to catch a big
So this is
white
the
bass.
size that we're getting. They're just little
Like
things.
4 inches probably, maybe 5.
Yeah. But
can
it's a
measure.
start.
He's in the weeds, but he could be 11 inches. He could, I don't doubt he's 12, but he could be.
Oh, nice.
Could be 12. Oh,
Oh, that's big.
that's a good one.
That's big.
That's what I'm talking about. He's going after the little guys to see what he went for. Nice white bass there.
Nice.
I just switched to a big white paddle tail from Two Rocks Fishing Company and got a nice white bass right away. 12 inches, which is a great size for a white bass. Okay, so 7 1/4 inch bass. It's not big, but it's another species, so it's fun to see all the different species here. Caught what's big for a sunfish,
Yeah,
right? Compared to the other ones we were catching.
Yeah, that's big sunfish.
We're currently tied for what? First place.
We were tied for sunfish, but
tied
this
for
is going
first
to beat
place
it
for
for sure.
sunfish, but yeah, this will be way bigger than 5 1/4. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to have to be 6, I think.
Fish just tied us for the lead with Matt, as long as it gets approved. That was awesome. Okay, we're trying to head to a catfish spot now. Oh man, it was hard to leave that last spot because we were catching so many bass, and, white bass and largemouth bass and bluegill, sunfish. But we're gonna try to get a channel cat, walk through this really nasty stuff. Price you pay for big channel catfish. It's gross. A little frog.
Yeah.
Bonus catch.
Yeah, I'm fighting a big channel cat right now. Really hoping I can get him in. It feels big. It's been pull and drag for a while.
And Nathan just caught a channel cat while I was catching that big white bass. It's a nice catfish. It's really, really fat, but it's just shy. It's about 25 inches and we need to get to 29 or above. 29 point, was it 29?
29 and a half.
Oh, 29 and a half is a huge catfish. I mean, look at the size of this guy. And he's like way short compared to the other one. Kudos to Matt. After Nathan put that channel catfish on the board for us, we decided to move to our next spot before we lost too much daylight. It was hard to leave because we knew with more time we could probably catch a bigger largemouth bass because we'd caught them there before, but our problem was keeping so many small fish off our lines. I was fishing with 3 to 4 inch lures and still getting hits from 6 inch bass almost every cast. If we had all day, we would have also tried for bigger channel catfish, but we heard that Team Right Angle Fishing had already caught a channel cat over 29 inches, and we knew that we could waste a lot of time trying to beat that. So we packed up and headed to the mountains for some cold water fishing, with plans to make a few 10 or 15-minute stops along the way.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through the list of species that have been caught by all of the teams and who is in the lead. The largest bluegill, oh, they just, shoot, Sam just beat us.
Oh, Sam.
Sam got a 7.75 bluegill. We were in the lead, we had a 7.5. Okay, so Shandon has caught a goldfish, which I don't think anybody is gonna attempt to get, or at least I don't know where to catch goldfish. But okay,
Buy him from the store.
yeah. Sam has also first place for the largest brown trout, 20.25 inch.
That one's like pretty much unbeatable. 20 inches.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we are in the lead for the largest bullhead, 9.5. We are also in the lead for the largest carp, 17 inches.
Which is like not that big, right?
Yeah, it's really not.
We're hoping that it stands, but it's not likely.
Matt Huntington from Right Angle Fishing is in the lead for channel catfish with a 29.5 inch channel catfish, which is just insane. We are in the lead for chub, which is 6 inches and 6.75 inch. Matt from Right Angle Fishing is in the lead for the cutthroat with a 12.25 inch. Sam is in the lead for kokanee salmon with 17.5 inches. Matt from Right Angle Fishing is in first place for largemouth bass with 13.25. Shandon is in first place for the northern pike with a pike at 21 inches. Matt from Right Angle Fishing is in first place for the rainbow trout with an 18-incher. Wow, I didn't realize his was that big. Right Angle Fishing is also in first place for the smallmouth bass with 11.75 inch. Oh no! Sam beat our sunfish.
What? How?
He got a 7.75 sunfish.
Where is he?
Oh, and Sam caught a tiger muskie, 24.25. So
thank you, Braxton Bolton.
Yeah.
Maybe Sam knows where they are too. I don't know, but
so Matt is in first place for tiger trout with 16.5 incher. We are tied with Right Angle Fishing for first place white bass with a 12.75 inch fish. And then we are in first place for the wiper with a 14.75 inch wiper. Okay, so just to kind of wrap that up, we have 5 points right now. Right Angle Fishing has 7 points. However, they started like 8 hours before we did, so
they're also ending before we will end. Right?
So yeah, they're probably ended by now actually, because it's 12:30 right now. So okay. So they're probably done. Sam has 5, and Shandon has 2. So that's the leaderboard right now. Right Angle's in the lead.
That's how many species. When we say 5 points, that's how many species we have. Either the only species or the biggest one of that species.
Exactly.
Right? So we're stopping at the Provo River just for like 10 casts. We got a couple spots that we're gonna try to do that on the way to our next spot. We're just gonna stop, do like 10 casts, see if we can catch something. If not, we'll move on, but we're just hoping to get a brown trout. We're not gonna try to beat the 20-incher that was caught with these little guys. So we're happy with this. We might try a couple more casts. If we don't get any more, we're gonna go. But we got a brown trout, so another species on the board, which is awesome. So we've been here about 10 minutes. We've hooked into 2 small ones, and we're just gonna try one more hole. All right, we're at our next stop. We're here for rainbow trout, grayling, brook trout. Anyway, we're hoping to catch a few new ones and also some that we should have caught already that we just haven't targeted yet. We haven't targeted rainbow trout. We're probably not gonna try to go for big rainbow trout. We're just getting another species because it's fun. Matt, I think, got an 18-inch rainbow trout, which I don't think we'll beat unless we're not in the mountains on a little stream. It's crazy. We were in a swamp a minute ago fishing for catfish, and it was really stinky, and now we're in the mountains in fall, and it just smells beautiful, looks beautiful. It's awesome. So Nathan just caught a rainbow, 12.5 inches, yep. One of the species we came here for. It's not bad for this stream. It's actually pretty good.
Not bad size at all.
It's really cool.
Most unique fish of our trip so far, we caught a sculpin, which it's just tiny. It's barely 4 inches. And so it should qualify. The minimum is 4 inches. So we'll submit it and see if we get another species.
It's like the tadpole. We've got another grayling. You just got a brook trout for reals.
And the magic hole does it again. We just got a brook trout out of the same hole. It's unbelievable. Yeah, we had no idea cutthroat were even in here. And we cut out of the grayling hole. So just a little guy, but it's a cutthroat.
Yeah, it's another species.
Yeah.
We caught about as many species as you could ask for out of this stream. So we have some extra time. We figured we're gonna rush back, but we'll check back in at our next spot. Let you know what the plan is. On our way back toward the valley, we decided to stop and try Deer Creek to see if we could get bigger smallmouth bass, or maybe even a walleye. We saw some great action there and caught a small bass, quite a few rainbow trout, and even a rainbow trout wrapped up with a fishing rod.
Wait, you caught a...
Look at this!
You caught a pole... What?
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
What on it?
Half a rod and a rainbow trout wrapped around the half a rod.
But unfortunately, we didn't catch any new species at Deer Creek. By the time we left Deer Creek, we had very little daylight left, so we made a couple more very short stops, but once it got dark, the fishing everywhere seemed to shut off. So eventually, we decided to call it a night and end the day with some pizza. In the end, while our team did end up catching the most species of fish, we did lose a few of our points because other teams caught larger fish of the same species. So the winners in this tournament ended up being Sam from Backyard Boy TV and Braxton Bolton, who caught 10 different species and finished the tournament with 8 points. Nathan and I ended up with 17 different species of fish and 7 points, which tied us for second place with Matt Huntington from Right Angle Fishing and his fishing partner Dan. Matt and Dan caught 13 species of fish and scored 7 points. Shandon Bradford and his fishing partner Jonah caught 7 species of fish and scored 4 points. If I had the chance to fish with Nathan again, I would definitely take it. It was a lot of fun to put our heads together to see how many fish we could bring to the net. If you haven't yet seen Nathan's YouTube channel, Wild About Utah, please go and check it out. It is quite honestly one of my favorites. I also need to say a big thank you to Matt Huntington from Right Angle Fishing for organizing this tournament and bringing us all together. If you haven't yet seen his channel, it's another one that I would highly recommend checking out.